So this dude basically telling me if I come back in the building, I'm gonna go to jail. And he got a report that I actually tried to come in. So I told him straight up, report these nuts. Report these. You feel me? Report these nuts straight up. Boom. He like, hey, come back. I walk off, right? So I hit Mary up. She picks up. She like, you downstairs? I'm like, man, they didn't let me up. I'm like, they didn't let me up. She like, you want me to come down? I'm like, yeah. So she came down. She comes all the way outside. I'm up the block, right? So she like, I'm like, man, I don't think. She like, you know how you can get in? I'm like, what? She like, just wait for the security guard. Cause that dude, I think he the supervisor. She like, so just wait. And he always be flirting with me. I could get him popped off. I'm like, no, don't get him popped off. I'm like, wait for that. So she like, just wait until the dude come. I'm like, what dude? She like, the one you always talk to, the one you be giving bud to. Now, I was getting cool with one security guard. Only one. And anytime I had like some Zaza, some bud, I would always give him some. Or he'll always see me out, like, not in front of the building, but, like, kind of down the building, like, chiefing. And he'd be like, yo, that smell good. And I used to let him hit it. So me and him kind of was cool, but he didn't work like that. It ain't like he worked like that. So it was, Mary had it down to the T. She knew, she was just, like, nosy. So she knew all the security guards that worked there. She was cool with everybody. So I was locked. So I'm like, all right, I trusted in Mary. Then Mary got this. So boom. I'm hanging around the area. I'm going into like gas stations, other stores. I'm walking around. I'm just killing time, just waiting until this dude get off. Boom, she hit me up. She like, hey, it's the other security guard down there. I just came down there and checked. I said, all right, cool. I said, I'm on my way back to the building. She like, all right. So boom, I come. I get to the building. Boom, I go in. I look at the dude. He like, oh, what's up? He just straight up, what's up me? And I'm like, hey, I'm finna go upstairs. He like, all right. I'm like, you want me to sign in? He like, no. When we talk about not doing your job to the 100, to the top tier, he let me in. Because how did you let me come in and my picture is on the board and my picture is somewhere by that desk area where you can see the people that's barred or banned, all right? So I'm like, okay, cool, smooth sailing. So I'm happy. As soon as I walked past him, I felt free. I got on the elevator, boom. I hit the bell. Now I'm taking it to Lala crib. But in the inside, I'm heated. All right, I'm heated. I'm upset. And I really want to stop at Mia Dole so she could see my face. Because I just told you they had me on the block list. And you act like you ain't even care, Sway. You ain't even care. You straight up was like, hey, you know, like, you're on your own, like, fend for yourself. When you know you could have got me, it took just you to get me off the bar list. And you didn't want to get, like, what did I do to you? I always had your back. So I was salty and I wanted to stop. But some in my heart say, Rody Dodie, don't do that. So boom, I go to Lala door. Mary open, she happy to see me. So boom, we chilling. We caked up. Lala is there. Mary end up cooking now. Mary now, by her staying with Lala, Mary is basically like the primary babysitter. So Lala can go out and kick it. Lala got a babysitter at the crib. She don't need nobody. She don't need no extra help, really. She got somebody there now. So boom. So Lala dips out. Mary watching, you know, the kids now. It's all the kids. It's Devon, Denaria, which is Lala kids. And then it's her two kids, which was Marquine and her other little daughter or whatever. So boom. We chilling and we having a good time. Boom. Everybody sharing away, getting ready to lay down. Me and her, we in the living room. Everybody is laying down, okay? It's just me and her in the living room. She rubbing on my leg. I'm like, you better stop. She like, make me. I'm like, make you. She like, yeah. So boom, she started grabbing my junk. I'm like, oh. I'm like, why you doing that? So she like, you such a bad boy. I'm like, I'm what? She like, you a bad boy. I'm like, that's that. So she like, we ain't gotta worry about Tracy coming. So I'm looking. So she said, so you want to be with her? I'm like, I want to be with you. I'm straight telling her dead like that in her face, I want to be with you. She was nice to me. she knew how to make me, oh my God, she just knew how to make me so, like, she knew how to make me, she just had it so good in the department. Like, the way I liked it. Like, she had it down to the T. Woo! She had it, right? So it was just like, you know, and she was definitely a ride or die. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling her, like, I want you. So she kissing on my neck, boom. We do it in the living room. Bow! In the living room. She on top of me. I got the cover wrapped around her hips, and I'm just making her just... We having our moment. We grinding, gripping. We doing everything, right? Talking. We doing everything. Boom. End up going to sleep, chilling. We hit a door slam. Boom. That's Lala. Lala bring the dude, the big dude, that dropped that little wang wang and gave me them rings that time, they arguing hard, so he's snatching her up. So I'm like, yo, I can't compete with him. I ain't rolling. Look, I pick my battles wisely. Like, I know how I'm coming towards the fight. So I'm like, look, I ain't gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, get down with dude. You feel me? So I'm gonna let she let me go. I'm not playing woo. But she liked it, that little toxic, that little let me rough you up type. You feel me? Boom, they in the room, they arguing. Next thing you know, we hit them in getting it on. So we chilling. So I'm like, look, I'm gonna go in one of the kids' rooms and lay down. So we lay down. So now, mind you, I'm barred from the building. So I get up the next day. I'm like, hey, Lala, I'm gonna be back later. I'm finna go. She like, you can't leave. I'm like, what you mean? She like, the supervisor down there, if he see you, you gonna get me in trouble. I'm like, how? She like, let me show you. So we go towards the front door. She opened the front door, and I peek. They putting cameras on. The maintenance people, on my parents, on my soul, on Jesus Christ's head, they putting cameras on all the floors. So I was like, what was the purpose? We never knew the purpose, right? So the camera that was by Lala's door was pointing directly at her door. It was pointing directly at her door. So I'm like, oh my God. So I ducked my head and she shut the door. She said, yeah. So I'm like, what if I need to leave a bit? Like, how? Like, everything flashed before my eyes. Like, what if I need to leave? I can't be here forever, bro. I gotta go, Steven. Like, seriously. How long am I gonna be here? I can't be captured here. I gotta go. So she like, yeah, we'll sneak you out. So Mary like, don't worry. So Lala end up going to work. I'm chilling, right? So I'm there days and days. Now I ain't got really no clothes for real. So I'm washing like the same two pair of wear, pretty much, right? So boom, it was this particular time. Mary like, I'm gonna make tacos. Now she knew I had a thing for tacos, right? I had a thing for tacos or whatever. She used to make it perfect. She making her tacos. You hear knocking at the door. So it got everybody attention. Lala comes out her room like, who is that knocking at my door? She went, like, she was ready, because she was in there rolling up. She was in there on heat mode. All right, now we about to get lit. All right, we got drinks on deck. We got edibles on deck. We got smokes on deck. We about to get lit. Boom. She look at the peephole. It's Tracy. So Tracy like, my phone just died. I called you 2 times. She say, how you get in? Because the security guard dude worked today. He was pulling like mad shifts. Mad, like double shifts. He was pulling shifts. So Tracy ends up, you know what I'm saying, coming in and seeing me and Mary. So she looked, she said, how you get in here? I'm like, through the front door, you know, like how else? So Lala like, how you get here? She said, okay, so in that building, it was like a little preschool, and then there was a laundry room. So what she did was, it was a little chute, but you gotta make it through this little school area. So she had to go through the window. They left the window cracked. She slid through the window, went through the laundry area, and came down this little chute area, and boom, ended up in the inside, like right on the floor. Because if you go inside the class, if she would have came through the preschool way and stayed in that class, it wouldn't have been no way for her to get out because the doors was locked. All right, the doors was locked. Ain't no class was being held. It was the weekend, so it was just closed. So she's telling us how she got in. So she got through the laundry way, right? So in my mind, I'm like, oh my God. So she's sitting there like, so Lala like, look, I don't want no fighting in my crib. Everybody gonna have to act grown. Everybody gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gonna have to take care of that outside my crib. You know what I'm saying? I can't lose my crib. Like, Lala was forcing that she couldn't lose the crib. So Tracy like, so you did all that to come see my sister. So I'm like, so she like, who you want to be with? I'm like, I'm not doing this with you right now. I'm not finna do this. She like, I'm not playing because I'll beat anybody. So Lala like, yo, you gotta chill. So she like, no, I'm not playing. Like, how they gonna play like that in my, like, we weren't playing in her face, but it was like, what are you doing here? We both barred. You shouldn't be here neither. So I'm more shocked than you seeing you here. So she was like, you gonna have to pick. So Mary like, just chill, Tracy, relax. She say, why you gotta do this to me? I liked him. He was mine. Why? So she started crying. So I'm like, I didn't even know we was together. She said, how you didn't know we was together? So they going back and forth, right? Bickering. So you hear a knock on the door. Boom. Security guy like, hey, you guys got to keep the noise down. Now, that building was strict because of the simple fact of it was certain times security would do their rounds. And then you got neighbors up there. People that's retired, that's old. They calling if they hear like loud noises, thumps, so they calling too. And Tracy was getting extremely loud. And Lala wasn't feeling it. So Lala like, you gonna have to relax. So we end up trying to eat. Right? So Mary ended up making my plate. So Tracy was like, oh, that's nice. Making my boyfriend plate first. That's so cute. So she said, it's not like that. I'm just showing hospitality. She said, so Tracy said, when you gonna get your own apartment? When you gonna how you talking to somebody that barely get by liquor? Barely get by liquor and you in your 30s and you got 2 kids and a baby daddy that you're dealing with. So I'm sitting there like, oh, the tea coming out. And so she like, but yeah, you still talk to the dude in jail. So I'm sitting there like, look, and she say my business again.